It's WrestleMania.
24.
We did it.
Orlando, Florida.
Yeah. How you feeling, Puddy?
March 31st, 2008. I am loving this Orlando weather. You know, we were at WrestleMania Access all weekend, seeing the WWE Universe, who are ecstatic, delighted, and excited to be here tonight to witness Chavo Guerrero versus The Undertaker, World Heavyweight Championship versus The Streak. The lights are on bright here at the Amway Center / Arena, whichever one it is.
It's the Amway Arena. Thank you.
Excellent.
Yeah, we're packed up here tonight. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna run through the card as we get to the matches. I of course have the match graphics made up, as is tradition. Yeah, I don't know. Is there anything else we need to go through?
I want everyone to thank Tucker this year for the match graphics, because what people might not understand is as we get deeper and deeper into this save, they get exponentially harder. And he's really knocked it out the park, if you know, in my opinion. So
actually, no, it's still it's still not an insane difficulty at this point, because a lot of the guys who have belts, thankfully, held those belts at least kind of around this time IRL. But there are some people like Doug Basham who has 4 like studio shots for his whole time there. I have to just figure it out. Same with like, I mean, thankfully we got really blessed with Renee, and I googled up Rene Dupree 2006 PNG or so, because that's around the time when he had that longer hair. And there was one. Like, one exists now. I said to Puddy, that's how long we've been doing this. There's new tech coming out.
New tech. Soon, tech. We try. I tried to use AI to help with the graphics this year, but it was not very good.
He did.
Yeah.
Chavo. Oh, goddamn.
Yeah, Chavo. Oh shit, I'm forgetting his name now. Oh, Chavo Cole is what we ended up with at the end.
Yeah, Chavo Cole.
All right, Guerrero. Should we kick this off? The WrestleMania?
I think we should.
Our 5th WrestleMania?
We should, man. We should.
Holy shit!
The WWE WrestleMania Access Pass that you all oh shit, I clicked the thing. That you all obviously sent us in $40 for.
Yep.
And
then we sent you a special box
via the mail. I'm sure nobody took your money through the mail. It's fine.
It's illegal in the it's one of the highest criminal offenses in most Western countries to open somebody else's mail.
Okay, so yeah, we're gonna hope that everybody's just having a good day then at the post offices.
All right. Should we get started?
Let's do it, man. Let's do it.
Oh yeah.
Mania 24. The world is indeed watching.
Bum 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 bum.
We get our big WrestleMania video package. Do you want to?
Do indeed.
Do you want to?
I'm thinking
about that.
Seems kind of fair.
I don't know. Does it though?
Yeah, he did just come back.
I think our Shawn is also insanely deep.
Oh well, I mean that's a very humble thing to
say. He's a deep character.
Go on, let's go tweak.
All right,
the middle of WrestleMania. Let's pull Shawn aside. Yeah, be like, hey, Shawn,
when you come out later, just don't do that shit. All right.
Yeah.
Do different shit. There we go. Cannot be tweaked any further.
That's the last tweak of the legendary HBK gimmick.
My God, he'll have to come out as something else afterwards.
Yeah.
Heartbreak Man. We check in with our commentary teams. The Raw commentary team of Joey Styles, Jerry Lawler, and Steve Austin. The SmackDown commentary team of Michael Cole and Ric Flair. And the Spanish announce team.
Spanish.
Of Carlos and Hugo.
Don't you mean, what was the name you were trying to say? Marcelo, was it?
Oh, yeah, Marcelo Rodriguez?
Ooh, that does sound familiar. Didn't one of those two die IRL around a couple of years after this?
No. I think... No, who am I thinking of? I don't think so.
Oh, Carlos Cabrera currently works for AEW, by the way.
Yeah, no, I know that. Of course I'd know that. I don't think Hugo.
Marcelo Rodriguez does replace Hugo in 2011.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and Hugo's not dead, so I was wrong.
Yeah, okay. I thought so.
Yeah.
I thought
everyone can be rest assured that Hugo is still going strong.
You're gonna say everyone can be resurrected.
All right, yeah, let's oh, who's that? Why is he out here? Tugger?
It's the Idol Stevens, and he's going to sing America the Beautiful to us. And it's beautiful.
Damn it.
And we all cry. Because we love this country so much. Our beautiful country. We're so free here all the time. I just love freedom, man. I love freedom so much.
Coming up first, we have a tables, ladders, and chairs fatal four-way tag team match for the WWE Tag Team Championships. We've got members of La Familia, Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins. We've got Brian Kendrick and Paul London. We've got the Miracle Entente, accompanied to the ring by Taz, the Milan Miracle, Santino Marella, and Ultra Instinct, Renee Sebastian Dupree. And the last team in this match are the Millennium Boys, Tyson Kidd and Jack Evans, accompanied to the ring by their Millennium stablemate, the Cruiserweight Champion of the World, Roderick Strong.
Graphic there, obviously, up on the screen. Yeah, look at that Renee render. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Carlito, are you back?
Oh, no. All right, yeah, let's get into it.
Hell yeah. Oh, he does it! The Miracle strikes twice! Santino brings down the belts at the end of a chaotic fatal four-way TLC match, and the Miracle Entente have become the WWE Tag Team Champions.
It's a beautiful story. Taz, I believe, is on commentary for this match.
Yep.
He's losing his mind about how much he thinks this is good. Yeah, pretty sick stuff. Look at that performance for the guys, eh?
Yeah, they're quite good, aren't they?
Don't worry, we'll get Paul London a WWE title run at some point here.
Tucker is so bipolar when it comes to Paul London. One day he's like, oh yeah, Paul London's the best. We need to push Paul London. I love Paul London. And the next day he's like, no, we should never break up London and Kendrick. They should stay together forever and ever.
Yeah, I mean, that's the struggle. That's the struggle inside every man. Santino and Renee are the WWE Tag Team Champions.
They did it. They fought so hard to try and get those belts last year, and finally they have reached the apex of the SmackDown Tag Team division.
Yeah, the Milan Miracle strikes twice.
What a WrestleMania moment.
We are heading
Tucker, up next. What have we got?
Pulling it up for the United States Championship. It is the champion, the Bash Man, our American hero, Doug Basham, with the Bash Babe there in the back. That's who that is, by the way, not just some random woman. All right, don't.
No,
give
it's
me
the
that.
Bash Babe.
Don't give me that.
There were limited available
available pictures. I'll say.
They were all incredibly bad.
Yep.
I promise you, we picked the best one.
Best
we had.
one. Don't worry, Doug's hiding a lot of it too. He's
good.
He's got us.
As he does regularly on Friday nights.
Yep. And that man over there is John Bradshaw Layfield.
The wrestling god. The modern day Stan Hansen.
Yeah.
He's conquered the Indies. He's conquered Japan. And now he's come back to the big leagues to conquer his former stomping ground once again.
That he has showed up only a number of weeks ago as the countdown clock concluded and the torch was extinguished. And JBL came back. And yeah, we're going into JBL versus Doug Basham for the United States Championship.
But first, the Bradshaws rain from the sky. The limo appears. The hero is home.
And let's get into it.
Can he claim the United States Championship?
He does.
Goddamn right he can.
He does. God damn.
Yep.
Oh, they have good chemistry as well. Run it forever. Yeah, like a minute, not even. Bradshaw gets in the ring and takes this dude's head off with a clothesline from hell. And he is the United States champion.
He's back. Watch yours.
Real. Yeah, awesome. Awesome to have Bradshaw back. As it has been. We get a video package for the next contest, which is the WWE Women's Championship match. We have champion Beth Phoenix defending against...
Amazon.
Okay, the Glamazon Beth Phoenix. Looking very happy. Taking on Melina Perez, the #1 contender. Melina won a four-way? Yeah, four-way at SME there to punch her ticket here to WrestleMania to fight for the women's title. Yeah,
and she's been the top star in the women's division basically this whole year. She was the breakout star at WrestleMania last year, and she's been champion, I think, for most of this year, but she's been trying to shrug off her eternal nemesis, Trish Stratus. But unfortunately, in doing so, she's ignored the rise of Beth Phoenix, who has been absolutely dominant here on Raw since debuting. And I think it was Trish that Beth even beat for the title. So she's been on a meteoric rise. Can she defend her belt here tonight?
Let's find out. Nice.
Yes, she can.
Yeah, Beth does indeed. Yeah, these two have a fairly open affair, if you will. Beth's just that little bit stronger. You know what I mean? That little bit better.
Yep.
Oh man. Here we go. It is
the War of the Worlds.
Dave Batista, Floyd Money Mayweather Jr. Goddamn. It is pro wrestling versus boxing. If you ask Dave Batista, it's Floyd Mayweather having a fun time and getting a payday. If you ask Floyd Mayweather. Yeah, I don't even know what else to say about this. It's a big man versus the best man.
We should mention that takedowns are banned here in this matchup.
True. Yeah, no takedowns. Yeah, which means I believe Dave Batista successfully argued a power bomb is not a takedown, but a spear would obviously be a takedown. So, you know.
Let's not forget Dave Batista. You know, he fought the Undertaker for the last year. He can strike with the best of them. So we're gonna see this is a huge question, you know, for as good as Floyd Mayweather is, and he might be the best to have ever done it in his sport. Can he overcome a near 200-pound size differential here in the world of professional wrestling?
Us see.
Oh my God, he did it.
He did it. He outworked Dave too. The God. Submission. Oh my God.
No, he punches him.
What's he doing?
He punches him.
What's he do? Floyd grabs his arm. Whoa.
Starts doing a triangle choke.
Floyd hits a takedown, and we're all like, what is happening? Floyd Mayweather outlasts Batista. I don't even know what to say here. Is this Dave taking this lightly? Is this... I mean, because Dave can't take this lightly.
This is the same
problem.
I think this is the same problem you've described for years with Batista. And that's if he can't get it rolling, if he can't get a strong start, he really struggles in these sorts of matches. And Mayweather, his biggest advantage in this match is his mind games and his quickness. And Batista just struggles to get a hold of Mayweather in the early game, and that's what gets him frustrated. And you know, I don't know, maybe Batista not taking it lightly, like you said, but I think Batista expected this to be a very different match. And as the time wears on, and as Floyd, you know, one of his best assets is his defense, as he's basically remaining untouched for large periods of this match, Batista realizes that he definitely didn't put in the preparation that he needed to in this contest, and only a couple of openings is all it takes for Batista to get absolutely lit up by probably the best boxer to have ever done it of our generation. Pound for pound, that's good. Pound for pound, the best boxer to have ever done it. And he gets beat. I guess I don't know. What's the finish to this? I hadn't really thought about that.
Should we just?
Did he just get knocked out?
Yeah, ape the actual finish where Floyd gets him down on one knee and just lights him up in the side of the head, and that's it. You get punched in the side of the head a couple times by a pro boxer, and you're lucky to not be dead.
Sure.
Yeah, there we go. Floyd Mayweather beat the big man. Boxing wins.
Shit.
Fuck you.
Go home, folks.
Fuck you, pro wrestling. Boxing wins. Boxing wins.
And the pro wrestling crowd cheers.
Yep. Yeah, just like they did in real life, right, buddy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, let's move along.
Sure.
We get our WWE Hall of Fame class of 2008. I should have had the list up. Give me half of a sec. I should have had a graphic made. I should have made a graphic.
Oh, yeah.
I should have made a
Play
graphic.
the music,
everybody.
though.
Oh, yeah, God. Oh, God. Hopefully everybody can hear this. And it's not terribly loud. Can you hear me over this? Hopefully it's not too loud. We've got... Oh, where is it? It's not pinned anymore. Maybe it was never pinned.
Oh, no.
Maybe it was never pinned. Hold on, I know a word.
It's Ric Flair, Joey Styles, Paul Heyman, the Dudley Boys, Gerald Briscoe?
Yep.
Yeah. El Santo, Antonio Inoki.
Joey Styles.
I said Joey Styles.
The Dudley
I said
Boys.
all three men on screen. I said that guy, those guys.
Alright, I think that's all of them.
Okay.
Mae Young,
I did forget.
Alright, fantastic.
Woo!
I just hard cut the music, so funny. Just boom,
Yep.
done. Alright. Yeah, that's the Hall of Fame class 2008, obviously headlined by Ric Flair.
Woo. Who is, despite rumors, going to be commentating our main event tonight.
Wow, that's crazy. The sheets were all about it. Clearly they don't know anything, and everybody should stop paying for made-up lies, guys.
True.
We get a video package for our next contest. I have to find OBS again. Good, I was on the right thing. If I opened it up and I was on a graphic, I'd be horrified. We have teacher versus student. As the former leader of DMLS, Charlie Hos takes on a former member of DMLS. One half of the tag team legacy with Cody Rhodes. It's Ted DiBiase.
The World Tag Team Champions.
True, yeah, the World Tag Team Champions. Yeah, Ted DiBiase.
What's been going on with Ted? Yeah, what's been the MO lately?
So Charlie Hos has been actually fired up. He's been fighting Randy Orton the past number of weeks for the WWE Championship. Meanwhile, Ted DiBiase has won and now successfully defended those World Tag Team titles with Cody Rhodes at least one time. They look to be a formidable tag team for the future, but in the last, most recent title defense of Randy Orton's against Charlie Hos, just 1 week ago on TV, it was Ted DiBiase Jr. Who had attacked Charlie Hos, who had cost Charlie Hos that match, that possibility to be in the main event at WrestleMania, the beautiful Charlie Hos Shawn Michaels match that was taken from us. Yeah, I mean, obviously Charlie's not happy about that. He had his first, the first match where he thought he had won, it was taken away from him by somebody with more experience than him, and this second time around where he was once again so close. Didn't quite get the visual pin like he did in that first one, but now it's taken away by somebody who knows less than him and was supposed to learn more from him. DiBiase's always kind of felt like the DMLS thing wasn't really panning out. He was the one who kind of started the dissolution of the entire group as they kind of just fell apart into their different pieces. So is Ted DiBiase Jr. better than Charlie Hos because of it? For it? Is he the man he never could have been if he stuck around in DMLS? Let's see.
The real question is, Charlie Hos taught Ted DiBiase Jr. everything Ted DiBiase Jr. knows. But did Charlie Hos teach Ted DiBiase Jr. everything Charlie Hos knows?
The answer is yes.
Oh, it seems to be yes, actually, surprisingly.
Teach him everything. Wow, what a great guy Charlie Hos is.
Yeah, actually, Charlie Hos completely, brought Ted DiBiase up, and now he beat him on the grand stage at WrestleMania. This is a brutal match. This is a vicious match. It's a regular match in terms of stipulation, but the way in these two trade submission holds, using their DMLS background, they are nasty. And I like to think that Ted DiBiase is taking full advantage of the 5 count that the referee's given him, digging his claws into Charlie's eyes for 4 whole fucking seconds if he has to, and reminding the referee at various points that he does have till 5. That's awesome. so Ted DiBiase, maybe we're seeing more. Actually, we forgot to put this on screen, but if you're with your blessing, I'd like to say that William Regal is present, surprisingly, here at ringside, accompanying Ted DiBiase to the ring, and it's William Regal's fingerprints that you can see over Ted DiBiase's offense, not Charlie Hos's, and that pays dividends in the end when Ted DiBiase forces Charlie Hos to tap out with $1 million dream.
Yeah, Regal was the one who really pushed DiBiase out of the nest anyways, kind of set him up to make the moves that he was about to make. And hey, he does it again here. He sets him up to make the moves he's about to make, and he makes the moves, and he gets the win.
Hell yeah.
Oh, baby. It's time to get personal.
So last year, I believe at SummerSlam,
the graphic is so
Triple H won the Intercontinental Championship. Around that time, he and Trish Stratus began a romantic relationship, mainly I think over the fact that they were both champions, they were both elite superstars, and they both knew what it was to win and to be stars. And they actually got very close to each other over the last year or so, again, helping each other defend their respective titles, and generally just enjoying each other's company. Things started to change when Shawn Michaels returned from injury at the Royal Rumble this year. Shawn Michaels was appalled that Triple H had sort of got a new friend, and it wasn't Shawn Michaels. And he didn't deal with this very well, costing Trish Stratus her women's championship, which led to Triple H becoming obsessed once again with Shawn Michaels and his various shenanigans. This obsession drove Triple H and Trish Stratus apart. She left him, and that made Triple H even more obsessed with Shawn Michaels, and that has led us here to WrestleMania 24, where Triple H claims that Shawn Michaels has taken everything from him except the Intercontinental Championship, and so tonight is giving him an opportunity to take that last thing, but really wants the opportunity to prove to the world that he is in fact better than Shawn Michaels.
If we can break from the formality, I guess, of the show for a minute.
Sure.
What a fucking psycho Triple H is, man. He's like, you've taken everything from me, but I'm gonna give you a chance to actually take everything from me because I want to be that angry. What a weird guy. Anyways, let's ignore
the fact that Shawn Michaels is also a weird guy.
Of weird guys, DX theme hits and the lights are doing it and the screen's doing the thing and it's just Shawn Michaels and it's weird.
He does his little pose and the DX fireworks go off.
It's weird, man. What's wrong with these two guys?
Well, just remember, I want everyone to know that Shawn Michaels believes that DX never ended. All he wants is to go back to normal. He wants his friend back.
Will he get him back?
I don't think we're going to have the answer to that tonight. But what we will have the answer to is which one of these two is the better man and who deserves to be called Intercontinental Champion. Triple H.
Indeed. Yeah, man. These two, no holds barred. They do the war. Not a super long.
We've seen it before. Yeah.
Triple H gets it done. Shawn Michaels will not take everything from this man. And if you're Shawn Michaels, that might be a good thing.
I want a spot in this match where Triple H is on his back. He's reaching for a sledgehammer. And then just as he's about to like swing it at Shawn like locks him in a sharpshooter and Triple H has to drop the sledgehammer and screams like, fuck you, Shawn Michaels, fuck you. And obviously we get a lot of sledgehammer usage in this contest. Shawn could maybe do an elbow. I think we overuse the elbow through the announcer's table for Shawn. So let me introduce an innovative elbow onto the barricade. He lays Triple H on the barricade and then flies on and just elbows the fuck out of it.
Massive.
Yeah. Any spots you want to add into this one?
I'm sure there's another move we could do through the announce table, so we'll do that.
Okay.
I don't know what move it is. Maybe it's a spine buster.
I think actually, I'm going to say, yeah, I'm fine. If you want to, use the announce tables, then we can do it. But may I nudge that there's a lot of this show left.
That's true.
And we only have 3 announce tables.
Shouldn't we?
Yeah, I think so.
It's like Mania 27 where they destroy both the
put up
tables.
new ones.
Everybody like stands around for a bit. Yeah. Like,
oh yes.
Oh man.
Yep. I like the shows where they actually get new announce tables. They did that a couple times in this era,
yeah,
I think.
Yeah. Or they bring out like the
the
tables.
old ones.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they like just set them up really quickly. Yeah, very cool.
Yep.
But yeah, Triple H is able to do it. He is still our Intercontinental Champion.
What a run! We're talking 8 months, 5 defenses,
and it ain't over yet, baby.
Hell no, baby.
Triple
H don't work TV.
I'm keeping this belt till I die.
My time.
Oh, Puddy, take it away.
Oh, shit. Well, these two men, you may remember, met 2 years ago at WrestleMania and fought for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. A night, really, that changed Chavo's life. A night that he still maintains was the biggest match of his career. And on that night, he lost to Randy Orton, and he felt his world start to crumble around him. He felt his chances were over. And over the course of the year afterwards, he realized that he was no longer going to sit around and wait for opportunities to be given to him. He wasn't going to wait to do things the right way. He won the Money in the Bank ladder match last year at WrestleMania, and he took his opportunity. And now, finally, back at WrestleMania, he meets Randy Orton, and he's got the World Heavyweight Championship on his shoulder. And I don't know. I don't know exactly what these two have to say to each other. Maybe it's just a moment they share where they look at each other knowingly. Or maybe they do have something to say to each other. What do you think, Tucker? I was about to call you Triple H, by the way. I want you to know that.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
What do you think, Hunter?
What do you think, Try? Well, I think they look at each other and they both got belts. Orton's impressed that Chavo has a belt. Because he didn't have a belt when he last met him.
Oh.
Chavo's like, you did have a belt last time I met you.
I wanted that belt. Now I've got that belt. But you have another belt.
Orton's like, yeah, this is another belt. This is an unrelated second belt.
This one spins, Chavo says. He spins the belt.
That one spins, you mean, Chavo says.
Yeah, he says this one, but he's like pointing at because they're in the same room, so he can point at that one and say this one.
I see.
Yeah.
I thought they were over a Discord call. My bad.
No. That's us.
They're calling in the back, like, what's going on, man? You doing all right?
Yeah, they're doing a FaceTime.
Yep. You gonna do all right tonight? Oh wait, we probably have Skype or something like that.
Yeah. Do you have unironically? Do you have any lines for this angle or no?
Not totally. No.
All right. Cool. They just share a moment.
It's highlights from WrestleMania Access, the big fan fest. There's different, little tables with merch, and there's autographs, and there's Shark, and you can pet whatever animal Shark has this week. Today. There's only probably one day of it. This week.
Pet the dolphin.
Pet the dolphin. Duh. We brought a dolphin here. It's whatever. This is totally above board. Are
you sure I'm supposed to be petting this thing?
Rey Mysterio is signing autographs when Psychosis attacks him, and we have footage of it. We showed the footage of Psychosis and Ray brawling around the FanFest. It's a bunch of fans are probably like, yeah, wrestling.
Wrestling.
See you on SmackDown.
Do we want to fix the the Ric Flair gimmick just in case?
Sure, I'm okay with that.
Cool. You never know. Wait, also give him money. Sorry, I know that was random in the middle of the show, but I don't want him being annoyed.
Well, he's mad about Mick Foley coming in to take his job, so I don't blame him.
Yeah, but you're not tonight, Rick.
100,000?
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna do it, but
it didn't. Yeah. What's he making? Okay, 200,000. Don't worry, we'll make this back by the next segment.
Oh, so. Yeah.
There we go.
Okay. Thanks, Rick.
All right. Meanwhile, we cut to, I'm about to say Teddy Nash. Who's Teddy Nash?
It's the love child of these two men.
Real. It's Kevin Nash and Teddy Long as they announce the 2 DVDs being released today. You could go get them now. They're probably not in your local stores yet.
Some people already bought them in Access.
Real. It's the SNME anthology, which is just like the past
2007 anthology.
Yeah, the past year, which has been all we've done. But it's the whole thing.
Well, it doesn't include the 2 shows we've done this year, but it includes all of the 2007.
Oh, it's all the 07 ones. I see. Okay, so yes, the 2007 SNME anthologies all together is one thing, and then we also have another highlights DVD, which features some of the footage from the late 80s, early 90s SNME stuff, all brought together in some list of most eventful events.
Working title.
Yeah.
The version that people bought at Access may not be the final product.
You got the cool DVD cover that says the most eventful events in SNME history.
Sponsored by Kevin Nash with his smiling face in the corner. Kevin Nash approved.
Massive.
All right, we are into hour 3, I think now. The main events are coming. Up first, we've got Trish Stratus, The Last Dance. Or what was your title for this one?
The Last Stratus.
The Last Stratus Faction. Yep. The Last Stratus Faction. Trish Stratus, we talked about her relationship with Triple H. After that Fatal 4-Way, which Melina won at SNME, she had a routine checkup of her physical state to wrestle, which is normal. But there were a couple of long-term injuries. I won't say the word because Tucker gets freaked out when I say the word. There were a couple of long-term small injuries that were affecting her, and she basically had a decision to make. And continuing to wrestle at the level that she had been was a risk that she decided she wasn't going to take. And so she decided to go out on her own terms and wanted to retire right here at WrestleMania 24. So that is what this is. This is Trish Stratus's retirement match, her final match in the WWE, and she could think of no one better to have that with than her recent long-term rival, Nat Hart. So one last time, Trish Stratus, Nat Hart, with the lights on bright to finish off what has been a historic career.
Yeah, like Trish Stratus wanting Nat for this spot so much that she crossed over to SmackDown to get her.
Breaking international law.
Yeah. I was gonna say crossing the line because that's the. Did you know what that is? That's
no.
That's what TNA used to say when people would jump ship.
Oh,
they've crossed the line.
Got them.
Yeah. Anyways, Trish Nat Hart. The final Stratus faction, the last Stratus faction.
Going out strong, I hope. Yeah.
Yep. And Trish does it. It's a
with a Stratus faction.
Real. It's a good, hard-fought win. The last Stratus faction, I imagine. Joey Styles yelling that on comms. She gets it done in her
I don't think Joey Styles is on comms. Sorry to interrupt. I think it's Michael Cole and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh, you're right. You are right. So it is Michael Cole. Perfect. That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, Michael Cole would say this verbatim for me. He would just, what is the exact words you've written, boss? Sure, I'll say that exactly how you want it.
Excellent.
Yeah, Trish wins. And after the match, there's hugging, there's crying, and there's talking. As Trish thanks everybody for one hell of a career. And I don't know, she gets to go home now and not do this for a little while. That'll be all right.
But I'm gonna be watching. And she looks at Nat, and you better win some more titles, bitch.
Yeah, I'll be watching you.
Don't fuck this up.
Literally, basically, yeah. It's like, I will be watching you.
Tucker.
Be great.
What is that I hear? Approaching? Could it be? Is it my way?
You think you're special. You do. It is the real main event.
Hell yeah.
Shelton Benjamin, Mr. Kennedy, the two blockbuster acquisitions for Raw last year after WrestleMania. These two kind of the whole year have kind of weaved in and out of each other's perspective. They were both around that like WWE title chase when Orton beat Cena for it at SummerSlam. They teamed together initially when they both came over. They teamed together to start off 2008. They seem intertwined in some deep universe way where nobody can understand it, but they just keep coming back together or running into each other.
They have so much in common, despite the fact that they're so different.
Yeah, Shelton Benjamin, obviously the hard worker, student of the game type of guy, somebody who consistently works hard and tries to always do the right thing. Mr. Kennedy is a loud guy, a brash guy, an arrogant guy, somebody who, if he can't get his own way, he'll make it his own way. He takes the shortcuts.
You could say it's his way or the highway.
Oh my God. Yeah, and to a certain degree, I mean, obviously, there's a lot of personal pride that Shelton Benjamin takes in being the way that he is, but it's a couple of times it's cost Shelton. You know what I mean? Shelton should be more successful than he is, and if he wasn't such a decent guy, if he was willing to have that little bit of bite, which Shelton does certainly have, but he's never, he doesn't use it enough, I guess I'd say. Shelton Benjamin would probably have however many more titles if he was as aggressive as Mr. Kennedy is, if he was as driven as Mr. Kennedy is. And so I think as much as, you know, to a certain degree, Mr. Kennedy is a little bit less of the moral hero here, I think there is something to a guy who knows what he wants and he finds a way to get it done. So who's going to get it done?
That's what Kennedy's done. He's been WWE champion this year. We are looking at two megastars, two former world champions. This is, as you put it, the most anticipated match we have not seen on Monday Night Raw this year. These two, like you said, have intertwined, have never fought, and tonight they will. And who's the better man? Who's the hottest star? Who is the guy to take Monday Night Raw into the future?
Let's find out. Oh, my bad. There's a band. There's a band.
There's a marching band, yeah.
Yeah, marching band plays Shelton Benjamin to the ring.
To the ring.
Oh, thank God. Okay, I was like, damn, that match sucked. Yeah, Mr. Kennedy comes down to the ring.
I think it's important to say that, you know, this match isn't all about the wrestling, you marks, okay? It's about the experience of seeing these two megastars square off for the first time. You know, this isn't Guerrero Taker, you know, this is Hogan Raw.
Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, please recover. Oh, please.
My demise has been greatly
exaggerated. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Oh, jeez. I was like, please don't entirely drop or something. Shit.
This is Hogan Rock.
Yeah, because I was going to say, you said this isn't Guerrero Taker. I was going to say, it's Benjamin Kennedy.
It's Benjamin. Yeah, sure. It's Benjamin Kennedy. Let's do it.
It's bigger than... yeah, let's do it. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Ankle lock! Ankle lock!
Oh, yeah!
Let's go.
Bless up, Kurt.
Yeah, Shelton Benjamin gets it done. He wins the real main event, if you will. You
can go home now.
Yeah, it's done. See ya. It's probably, I think, reasonable. It's reasonable to expect that Shelton Benjamin is probably the number one contender for the WWE title?
For the WWE Championship, yeah. I think that's completely reasonable.
Big stuff going on here. Obviously, we'll find out who he's number one contender to later.
I mean, speaking of the WWE Championship.
Indeed.
Here we go. I watched you change.
I watched you change. It is a rematch of SummerSlam last year. It is probably the biggest match we can put on in terms of name value.
Yep.
It's the WWE
Well,
champion.
no, that was the last match.
Oh, you're right. My bad. It is the WWE champion Randy Orton against John Cena, who came back to the Royal Rumble winner. Should have been out for at least another 8 months. But he's here and he is good. I mean, he's good to go. So,
well, that's what he says, right? Ever since he comes back, he said he's been 100%. He said that Randy Orton has those nagging doubts in the back of his mind about whether Orton can beat Cena at 100%. But like you said, he should have been out for months more than he has been. Has he rushed himself back? Is he 100%? More importantly, which one of these two men can deal with this sort of spotlight better? We're talking about a guy in John Cena who has fought for the WWE Championship at the past 3 WrestleManias. And in all 3 occasions, he's walked out with the title. This man is an iconic level of big match wrestler. When he walks into a WrestleMania title match, he does so with an extra 20%. So even if he's not 100%, we're talking about somebody who is approaching this match on an elevated level. But Randy Orton might be the best wrestler of all time. I've been saying this for 2 years. Ever since that feud with Shelton Benjamin, that feud with Chavo Guerrero at WrestleMania 22, I think Randy Orton might be the best wrestler of all time. He's beaten Triple H, he's beaten Batista, he's beaten John Cena, he's beaten Shelton Benjamin, he's beaten and retired Hulk Hogan, he's beaten Shawn Michaels, he's beaten everybody. Randy Orton is one of the most decorated wrestlers in the world. He is 26 years old. He's a 5-time world champion. He is, bar none, top 5, top 10 wrestlers ever. First ballot Hall of Famer. He looks like $1 million. He wrestles the slickest anybody in the world. He's not too big. He's not too small. He's the perfect size. I don't know. I think John Cena is a massive talent. But I don't know if anyone can beat Randy Orton when he's at 100%. But John Cena has consistently overcome the odds over the course of his career. And at WrestleMania, you don't bet against him in a title match. And this is a meteoric clash.
You talk about that big stage experience, and sure, John Cena has a lot of it. I mean, Orton also has, as you had mentioned, a defense at WrestleMania of that world title to his credit.
He also fought for the title at 21 unsuccessfully.
And you also have to recognize with Randy Orton that, I believe at least, the spotlight is not an issue, because this is a young man who was born into the spotlight. Like, he was meant for this. It was his whole life. I can't say, 6-year-old Randy Orton knew, but it sure does seem that way sometimes. So let's do it.
This is a match that John Cena has said that he has to win. This is a match that John Cena has promised to win. Can John Cena get back to the big time? Can he avenge the loss of last August?
Is it the same marching band?
The WWE Championship?
Or do we hire a second marching band?
I think it's the same marching band. Okay. I'm not going to lie.
Okay, I was going to say, hiring a second would be really funny.
Oh, sure then. Let's get another one.
It's a completely separate marching band. They've got different colors on and everything. That's how you know they're different people.
Yeah. They're supporting different Florida teams,
Real.
This one's a Miami marching band.
Ah, I see. We've brought them to Orlando, which is a crazy idea.
They're getting booed.
So let's do it.
Can he reclaim the WWE Championship? Or will Randy Orton solidify his legacy?
Hell yeah.
A result that will send shockwaves through the WWE. Randy Orton said on Monday Night Raw in the WrestleMania press conference that it takes years of hard work to get to his level, but it takes one RKO to get knocked off it, and that's what he proved here tonight. Cena did bring it. Cena is 100%. No question about it. He took it to Randy Orton like he's taken it to Mark Henry and Shawn Michaels and JBL before. But Randy Orton survived it. And all it takes for him to stay at the top is the 3 most dangerous and deadly letters in professional wrestling. RKO.
Which, I mean, at this point, I think I can say it. As good as John Cena is, he's no Randy Orton.
He's the best. Randy Orton's the best in the world.
Number 1.
That would be true if it wasn't for these 2 men.
Yeah, these 2 men. As Lily Garcia tells us that across the year, more than 2 million people have attended WWE events worldwide, not counting house shows.
Including our record-breaking appearance at Wembley Stadium.
True.
And I guess this is a good time, so I'm going to say it. Lillian Garcia also says, and speaking of our trip to Wembley Stadium, we're taking SummerSlam abroad again. This summer, I am happy to announce SummerSlam Moscow 2008.
What's the political situation like in 2008 announcing Moscow?
It's fine.
Is that fine?
It's cool.
Fine?
It's chill, I think.
We're chill.
Yeah.
We're chill.
Maybe not a cheer. Like, maybe they don't like the Reds.
Yeah, they're
but,
like,
Yeah.
Right on. Like an apathetic hooray going on.
Yeah.
They don't really care. It won't be for them. So.
No. Orlando is far from Russia.
And here we go. Video package. Okay. We get the Taker entrance. Yeah, Chavo. Jeez, I don't even know where to start with this. I guess Mania last year.
Mania, yeah, I think so.
Taker and Dave slugging it out with Batista's World Heavyweight Championship on the line. The Undertaker would walk out victorious, keeping that WrestleMania undefeated streak. You know, this dude has an undefeated streak.
It's starting to get kind of huge.
It is kind of
what
absurd.
Is it, 13 years? 14 years? Something like that?
I don't even know what we're at this point, but he's never lost somehow. It's kind of
And the names are surprisingly...
Yeah, dude, Giant Gonzalez is on that list. That's
true.
Wow. He's really beaten all of them. So yeah, I mean, Taker and Dave continued to fight throughout all of 2007. Mostly.
Sorry, I just checked. He is 15-0
into this show.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's a lot more than I thought it was. I guess that makes sense, right? Because he's got to be at 20 by 2012. So.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. 15-0. Somebody should talk about that or something at some point. I don't know. It seems just a weird thing that's never been acknowledged.
Well, Chavo Guerrero did. I'm sure you're going to talk about that in a second.
Well, Chavo Guerrero mentioned it, but it's not what Chavo's here for. He's here to defend his championship. As I was saying, Taker and Dave fought for the majority of 2007 around that World Heavyweight Championship, and the only brief periods of time where it was not Taker versus Batista for the World Heavyweight Championship was the times when Ken Shamrock and this man, Chavo Guerrero, were champions. Chavo Guerrero winning Money in the Bank last year at WrestleMania and cashing it in after a Hell in a Cell
cage match. Cage match.
Okay, cage match. Steel cage match between The Undertaker and Batista, where they had absolutely destroyed each other. I believe that was the match where Taker won the belt. Or, sorry, not won the belt, because he did that at Mania, obviously.
It was a draw. That cage match was a draw where both men's feet hit. They were unable to be separated. Both men's feet hit the ground at the same time. They had just gone through hell. And after the match, Ken Shamrock also beat up The Undertaker.
He did. And then Chavo came out and cashed in.
Yeah.
Which then Chavo went on to lose to Ken Shamrock, right?
That's correct. After Ken Shamrock had basically broken The Undertaker's leg at SummerSlam.
He did. My God. Eventually, Batista took the belt back from Ken Shamrock. We got back into the fun Taker Dave stuff for 4 months or so. Which leads us into January. Was it a SmackDown or the Rumble?
Was that the Royal Rumble?
Was it the Rumble show?
Match, if that's what you're talking about.
Thank you very much. So yeah, we got to a triple threat with those guys and Chavo. I would say like the last 3 world champions, but it's not true. Even though Ken is retired now, he's still the 3rd last world champion.
Well, the second, I think.
Oh,
right?
yeah, you're right.
Taker would even be behind Ken.
Oh, Taker would even be behind Chavo. So yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
When Taker, Chavo, Ken, Batista, now Chavo again.
Yep. Yeah, Chavo had got it done in that triple threat with
the help
of the boys.
The boys.
Who
were the tag team champions until this show.
Yeah, you saw them in the open there. Los Guerreros Blancos, Zack Ryder, and Kurt Hawkins, as Kevin Nash is calling them. He likes whatever, man. Like,
hey, weren't those guys the Major Brothers?
Yeah, Kevin Nash is really bad at names. He just comes up with these really cringy names. It sucks. But whatever, it's fine.
Well, yeah, like Chavo Guerrero.
Yeah, man, and The Undertaker. Jesus, come on. What is this, huh? Cartoon? Anyways. Yeah, I mean, we've really built the whole year to this, low-key. I mean, it's been mostly about Taker and Dave, but Chavo stole that belt from The Undertaker in June. Let's throw up June. Why not? June, May of last year.
Somewhere around there.
And this is really a continuation.
They're finally getting to clash one-on-one, yeah. I want to bring your attention to the words of John Cena, who praised Chavo Guerrero and made it clear that whatever match... That would be good. Whatever match Chavo Guerrero is in... Did you put one up for the WWE title match?
I did, yep. This
is
the only one I've gapped out on.
Good. Whatever match Chavo Guerrero is going to be in is going to be the main event, according to John Cena, because the most talked about, the most important rivalry of 2007 was The Undertaker versus Batista. And the man who came on the other end of that as the World Heavyweight Champion was Chavo Guerrero. He somehow has found a way to wrestle that championship away from 2 of the most decorated, experienced, and powerful wrestlers in the history of Friday Night SmackDown. He, in the peak of it all, when everything around him is at the highest level it's ever been, finds a way to be the world champion. We're seeing another level to Chavo, a level that could only be reached from having the heartbreaks of his career and reacting to it. He has evolved and he has changed and he has become one of the best, most resourceful wrestlers in the world. And he's the guy. He's the man. And he's learned to deal with the pressure. He's learned to deal with these big moments and these big matches, and he said it perfectly a few weeks on SmackDown. Because Undertaker does have a streak. He is 15-0. He's going into this match with 15 years of legacy to protect. Chavo has none of that. Chavo's already proved everything he wants to, and he's already had the defeat of his lifetime at WrestleMania 22. Nothing is going to top that for him. So he walks into this match knowing that if he loses, he's just one more number on the Undertaker's little tally chart. But if he wins, he shatters the legacy of The Undertaker. He proves the world wrong, and he can sit atop the pile of Friday Night SmackDown as the greatest upset in the history of the business. And even though he would be okay, he is prepared for the possibility that he falls short tonight. In the back of his mind, he knows he could do it because he's a fighter. He's a Guerrero, and he's the world heavyweight champion. And by God, if there's any way he gets the job done tonight, he will find it because that's who he is. He's a survivor. He's a fighter, and he will find a way, if it exists, to come out the other end as the world heavyweight champion.
And I think, I mean, it's not missed because you did bring it up earlier, but I just want to stress this. We have a weight split on SmackDown.
Sure. Yeah, you're right.
Smaller guys fight for the smaller guy's belt, so then, they don't have to really deal with the big guys all the time. It's just as important as the world title, and it's just as prestigious. But there is a reason it exists. It's because smaller guys, when they're in there with the Undertakers of the world, Ken Shamrocks, Batistas, even JBLs, going back to that, when that belt was on SmackDown here. These smaller guys aren't supposed to be able to do this necessarily. We don't expect them to be able to do this. How about that? And Chavo has not only done that, but he has stood in the middle of the biggest heavyweight war of this decade. And he's the champion.
He's by far the most successful multi-divisional superstar in SmackDown history. He's the only man to have held the World Heavyweight Championship and the World Cruiserweight Championship at the same time.
There's only one guy other than Chavo on this roster who has been a cruiserweight, meets the requirements for the cruiserweight division and has held that World Heavyweight Championship. And that was, well, I guess the WWE Championship at the time. When it was Rey Mysterio.
WWE Heavyweight Championship. It was called at the time.
Nice. Yeah. Shit. Here we go.
And yeah, sorry to just to piggyback on that point. I mean, you're right about Rey, but like compare Rey Mysterio's run in the heavyweight division to Chavo Guerrero's, and it's not comparable. It's just not comparable.
Oh no,
like Rey Mysterio didn't do anything. It was nowhere near as successful as Chavo Guerrero has been. And we should mention that that's because Rey is a lot smaller. Chavo's not eligible for the cruiserweight division anymore. We found that out last summer. He was barely able to make weight for it. So, he's a good 10, 15 pounds above that cutoff these days. But your point still stands. He's been a cruiserweight champion and a world heavyweight champion at the same time. And that's, generational. But what would be even more generational is ending this undefeated streak at WrestleMania.
So here we go. Let's do it. You made the right call. You made the right call, buddy.
Yep. Right. WrestleMania main event. These two staring it down. The culmination of the feud that kicked off last year when, like you said, when Chavo Guerrero cashed in his Money in the Bank briefcase. And I like to think this match starts very, very similar to last year's main event, with the Undertaker just lighting Chavo Guerrero up with a series of strikes, series of punches to the body, to the thigh, to the face, and Chavo just selling them like death. And eventually Undertaker just rings Chavo in the face with a strike, and he just tumbles out of the ring, and he looks up, and we get Ric Flair, selling like death. The Taker's the best striker in the business, Michael. Chavo Guerrero can't hang with game. Yeah, can't hang with a guy who has this much technique and this much power behind each strike. He's fucked. And then Chavo's got to regroup and he's got to recover himself. And then, he gets back into the ring, maybe tries to dodge a few strikes, maybe get a few in of his own, trying to work the Undertaker down, a drop toe hold maybe, and, trying to slow the match down to his pace, trying to work the dead man over. And then we get into sort of this first 10 minutes of a regular back and forth, really well built by Chavo Guerrero here, with sort of Chavo going for the submission holds and trying to maybe work on the legs of the big man to take that power away from him. The Undertaker occasionally getting that babyface fire in a couple of his spots, like the big leg drop, and again, old school, maybe hitting a choke slam and a last ride here and there. And then maybe eventually Chavo has to roll out. Maybe Chavo gets pulled up for the tombstone, and then he falls behind Taker and just escapes the ring and tries to regroup. At which point Taker takes the fight to Chavo, jumping over the top rope and crashing him down with the Taker dive. And it's probably at that point that the shenanigans begin.
Yep, I like it.
All right, what do you want to do with the shenanigans?
I think the duo hit the ring, and Kevin Nash.
Sorry, I'm thinking because the way I structured that, the ref was still up. Should we have Kevin Nash come down first and try to tell the ref to be screwy? Because I'm the boss.
I that was going to be my plan, and I was like, oh shit, actually, I need to knock the ref out. Because I was like, it makes more sense for Kevin to just come down and be like, no, this is no DQ now. I do what I want.
I don't think you should make it. I think no DQ is too smart for Kev. He's not quite, clever enough to realize that. Instead, I think he's just going to say to the ref, don't DQ my boy. And I was like, I'm a ref, but I'm the boss. And then the ref gets angry with Kevin. So Kevin eventually just fucking power bombs the ref.
I love it.
Yep.
Which gives us eventually, the boys sick the Undertaker.
Should we get before that as well? So he power bombs the ref. Can you think of another SmackDown ref who wasn't the original ref and isn't the later ref?
Nick Patrick.
Nick Patrick tries to come down, and then Kevin Nash gets on the mic and said, "Nick Patrick, you go to the back, you motherfucker. You do not come down here.
If you step between you go these to ropes, the back. I will fire you fired. Right here, right now."
Yeah.
All
right.
Nick Patrick sadly walks to the back Charlie Brown style. Yeah, the boys beat the shit out of the Undertaker. They bend Taker. Okay, hold on. And they kick Taker in the gut, and then just start hammering on his back, like just forcing him into the ground, basically, as they work him down. Kevin Nash looks on, and he's like, "My sons, my sons."
Just nods with pride.
Yeah, he's like, "I love my sons." I'm sure Taker fights out of that. He's not gonna.
Yeah. I think it's probably Chavo's probably still reeling from the Taker dive this whole time.
Yeah.
So Taker eventually just like shrugs one of the goons off and then hits the ropes and does a big boot to the other goon, and then he tombstones the original goon. And then Kevin's like, "Fine, I have to do it myself."
Gets in the ring. You know what? You want me to randomly give Kevin Nash a weapon that vaguely invokes stuff?
Sure.
He's got the cattle prod.
Oh.
Or the stun gun, whatever it was. It broke Goldberg's streak. He beat Goldberg with that thing. It's over for The Undertaker.
The referee starts going, the crowd starts going crazy.
They know, they remember from WCW, from 98. They remember.
And then I'm thinking Taker grabs Nash's throat and he drops it, right?
Yeah.
Big choke slam to Nash. And then Chavo recovers, gets back in the ring, and we keep doing a normal match.
Yep.
Cool. But this time Chavo has the momentum. Chavo has the initiative, right? Because he's taken Taker by surprise. So he starts going into those high octane moves, getting that cruiserweight action in there.
I think we go back into the match, and there's a fall at some point here, like a pinfall attempt.
Yes. So I think I'm going in that direction. You can stop me again if you don't like where I'm going. But yeah, Chavo's doing those tilt-a-whirls. He's like really taking the pace up, and Taker can't deal with it. And at some point, Chavo does. I don't know if he could do the Three Amigos on Taker, so maybe just a DDT, and then he goes up for the frog splash, and he hits it, and he pins him. But there's no ref. So
yeah, we're like, oh, there's still no referee. What the hell? Yeah, we've like wrestled for like 5 additional minutes here, and we're just now like, oh shit, there's still no ref. Fuck.
And then here, who's that? On the stage?
I wish I could do like the drum roll sound effect well enough, but it's like, yeah, he's booking it down there. If we cut back to the ring and they wrestle for like 30 more seconds, then we cut back to the ramp. Oh, he's a quarter of the way down the ramp.
No, I like to think Chavo stays in the pin position the entire time as we see Charles Robinson with Chariots of Fire playing in the background, fucking yeeting it down the unusually long ramp here at the Amway Center.
That's fantastic. It's really long. I don't know why.
It's actually incredibly long. Eventually gets in. It's only a 2 count, and Taker kicks out, and Chavo's like, "No, what?" And then other than that, I don't have a lot. These two just continue to have a really solid, exciting matchup. Chavo, I think, will kick out of the tombstone, and we'll get like a Taker shot of like, what the fuck? Because this would be the third man, I think, to kick out of the tombstone at that point after Batista and Kane. Obviously, 2 of those happened in the last year, so we may or may not be seeing this more often these days. But let's ignore that. Only the third man to kick out of the tombstone pile driver. Oh my god. And then as the match wears on, we start to see that Chavo's work on Taker's legs is having an impact. And Chavo is starting to really take control over the match, because when Taker tries to lift Chavo up around the 22nd minute or so for another tombstone to try and end this, he can't. The power is gone in those legs. He is not able to support the weight of Chavo Guerrero up on his shoulder and bring him down for a tombstone. And so these two continue to go back and forth, but Chavo is clearly slightly ahead of Taker. And the feeling starts to build that even without the shenanigans, even without the chicanery, maybe Chavo Guerrero is going to do it. Maybe he could end the Undertaker's streak. Maybe he could finally redeem all these years of being underrated, of being underappreciated. Maybe he could do the ultimate thing. Maybe he could claim the ultimate victory by winning in the main event of WrestleMania. And you start to see a grin start to slide onto Chavo's face, because he always knew he could do it. He always knew he could reach the top. And all he needs to do is finish off oh my God, he's caught in a triangle choke. Chavo Guerrero is caught in a triangle choke. There's a weakness to it. The Undertaker, all his weight is leaning down on Chavo Guerrero, but those legs don't have a lot of strength left in him. So he's not quite... I think Chavo is just about to escape from the triangle choke when Taker shifts one of his legs under Chavo's throat and just leans on him. All the 300 pounds of the Undertaker leaning on Chavo Guerrero's neck as the blood begins to gently trickle from his mouth. And you see that in those eyes of Chavo Guerrero, that hope just extinguishes as he realizes that he is caught. But he fucking refuses to tap out. He looks the Undertaker in the eyes, his nostrils flare, and he knows this is the end. He's had his run, and it's been a fucking great run, but I'll be damned if I give you the satisfaction as eventually Chavo's lights turn off, and he passes out, and the Undertaker is the world heavyweight champion again.
Fantastic. And there is WrestleMania 24.
Whew.
I think I may just end the video there. Oh, credits. Credits.
Oh, credits. Yeah, make sure we do the credits.
Thank you to everybody who has at any point paid us money to do this.
We would like to revamp the Patreon, but apparently there is a waiting list.
So funny. So ridiculously funny when you sent me that. Oh my god.
Yep.
Yeah, we're through another year. I'm like, I can't just end it quick now, so whatever, might as well do a full wrap up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're done another year. I don't totally even know what we're doing after Mania. I think we are confirmed to be switching over games.
Cool, I'm down for that.
Just off of what you had talked about in the past couple days and stuff like that, I think you're game for that. So I will do that for us.
I'm game for it as long as there's no complication. So, if something comes up and it looks like it's going to be scuffed, I am more than down to stick with this game.
Yeah, I have no problem sticking with 2020. I've said that before. Like a lot of the things that I was doing on 2020, I'm not moving over, and I don't plan to, and I'll just keep doing on 2020 here. But that's my personal shit, so it doesn't matter to anybody else.
I think it's worth saying from my end, and I don't know if Tucker will agree with this, but I'm at the point where like I appreciate this save a lot, and I wouldn't want to. I don't think I see any value in doing anything else. If I'm being completely honest. So I think whatever game it's on, I kind of just want to play this save at the moment.
Oh yeah, no, totally fair. I mean, mostly the stuff that I'm talking about is Seaver's stuff, anyways.
Yeah. I just meant in terms of like the question of whether we switch over or not, or like I think that maybe some people might have thought that we could have potentially done another series, and I just think, and I know that things change over time, but we've been doing this for like 4 years now, and I'm sort of in the mindset of like I don't know if I will ever want to do another series.
Yeah, I kind of agree. Like the only thing that I'd ever do would be something way down the line, something real different. You know what I mean? Like this is this is the, to me, as much as I had thought that way for a long time about the brand split thing, this is the definitive WWE. This is how it really happened, guys.
True. They're genuinely, and I know we say this all the time, but WrestleMania is always a good time for reflection. There is crazy how much of this has leaked into my brain cells. I will never not think of Natalya as Nat Hart anymore. That's just who she is.
I will probably, for ages, I'm going to do this, and I don't know when I'll start doing this. I'm eventually going to start to think it actually was Batista Floyd. Because Big Show there to me just it's still so random, and I still forget that match all the time. So the moment it's like, hey, here's a like relevant guy, it's like, oh shit, I remember that.
This last year I've started to get pilled on Chavo, and every time I see real Chavo, I get sad.
Oh yeah, it's really sad. It's really sad. Yeah. Regardless. We're through. I mean, I was going to say we're through another year. We're not really. I mean, I probably said that at the end of 2007, so I won't say it here, but we're through another season, if you will.
Yeah. We're into a new era, really, of WWE. I think one thing that's worth mentioning here, I think I was going to say it in my Twitter post the other day, but I didn't have enough characters, is if you guys do stick with us, one interesting thing is that we're about to go into what I would consider one of the worst periods in the history of the WWE. And obviously so much is different, But part of the reason why I like this save, and part of the reason why I think we've done quite well, is because we've done a good job of mixing improvements and fantasy booking with things that happened in real life and the what ifs and things like that. It's like being a nice mix of like almost like a remastered version of the period. Whereas I feel like for 08, 09, 2010, 2011, especially those years up until Money in the Bank 2011, it's almost unsalvageable. It's there's very little there that's actually any good. It's very trash.
There's a lot of pieces, but nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing
most of it mid-card.
Together.
Like the main event stuff needs to go out the window
entirely,
which is what it's going to do.
Entirely out the window. I would pretty much agree with everything you said there. I did think of something to say, but it's gone now. So, fair enough.
Fair enough.
Oh, yes, that's what I was going to say. Yeah, when you see us next, new game, new pictures for everybody. I don't know if I said that on the video at all, but I'm redoing everybody's pictures in the whole company because it's time. It's been 4 years for almost, 4 years for a lot of these guys. So, get those updated or even just different looking ones. I want a new look, a new feel for the new game. Give us a breath of freshness, if you will. And we're probably in the HD era anyways, so...
Yeah.
We're gonna probably. It'll be a little bit, obviously, to take everything over from this and put it all over there and make a whole bunch of new things. But I'm thinking it's probably not gonna be that long.
No, I think also it's because I think we're both pretty switched on at the moment. So I think it would surprise me if we had a longer than usual delay because we have hiatuses every now and then. Anyway.
Normal hiatus time.
Unless Tucker runs into some serious problems with the conversion, and even then, I think my pitch would be like if you are having serious problems with the conversion, that we just say fuck the conversion.
No, I entirely agree. And I would do all the new pictures on here. It wouldn't matter. We're still gonna be back for next season. Yeah.
SNME. I don't know which one it'll be. I don't know who's going to be fighting. We've got Shelton Benjamin versus Randy Orton, a classic as a potential main event for the coming weeks, but there's a lot still to be decided.
Thanks so much for hanging out. Thanks so much for watching potentially your fifth over an hour long Mania show we've done, but there's probably been multiple over an hour ones genuinely throughout the whole time. We'll see you there, I guess. Thanks. Bye.